Have you noticed yet how nobody warns you about middle age? Life just slowly starts handing you symptoms like party favors. And there's no announcement, there's no pamphlet, there's no invitation. Your body just kind of suddenly goes one day, hey, I have an idea. We're gonna be hot now for no reason, forever. And it's not even hot outside. It's not like, oh wow, it's kind of hot out here today. This is internal heat. Like my organs are simmering, like my spine is cooking and my organs are on slow and low. And it's aggressive. There's no easing into this at all. Ripping layers off like I'm about to square up with someone, literally, most of the day. My poor husband, Tom, is just sitting there like, are you okay? And I'm like, no, Tom, I'm having my own personal summer here. I'm in my own personal little hell. And yeah, I know, it eventually passes, but it's not graceful. It's like a freaking storm. 1 minute I'm overheating, the next minute I'm freezing. Now I'm under a blanket, hood up, questioning everything. 5 minutes later, back on fire. Tom doesn't even ask questions anymore. He just quietly adjusts the thermostat. He's managing the situation, not the person. And sleep, that's gone. I don't sleep anymore. I just kind of rotate through thoughts all night long. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted the whole time, and I'm looking over at Tom, and he's sleeping like a man who has never had a thought in his entire life. Peaceful, breathing easy, no past regret, no investigations, no deep thoughts, no nothing. Meanwhile, I'm next to him going, what if everybody has secretly thought that I've always been annoying? What if everyone has always secretly hated me? And playing through absolutely every person I've ever met in my entire life and all the reasons why. And let's talk about memory, because nobody prepares you for this. It just kind of leaves mid-sentence. It just disappears mid-task. I walked into a room the other day and I stood there and I was like, this feels important? Nothing, no idea, no context. Just me standing in a room. Or how about this? I open my phone now and I forget why I did. Scroll, log out. Well, felt like I accomplished something. I go into the kitchen now and just open the fridge and just stare blankly and then close the fridge again. I do this multiple times a day. Just checking in with the fridge multiple times a day. And mood swings? We don't have mood swings anymore. We have full-on personality shifts. Full on. These days I can go from, I love my life, I love my husband, I'm so grateful, to, if one more thing happens, I can disappear in under 5 seconds. No warning, there's no buildup, it's just immediate escalation to the top. Tom will say something completely normal, like, hey, what do you want for dinner? And I'm like, I don't know why everybody wants something from me all the time. And he's just standing there like, I just meant chicken or pasta or both. And then 5 minutes later, I have to admit that I'm an asshole and say sorry. I said not fully sorry, and that's the thing. Just, sorry enough to be aware that I overreacted, but also still standing by it. And why am I suddenly offended by everything? Like someone will text me, okay, like okay. Not okay, just okay. And not KK, just okay. Not okay, okay. And I spiral. Okay. 2 letters, okay. That's what we're doing now. No punctuation, no warmth, no personality. Oh God, and now I'm reading it like evidence. Like I'm zooming in, I'm like, analyzing the spacing between the O and the K. I've turned okay into like a full emotional experience at this point. Energy levels? I used to go to bed at I used to go out at like 10 p.m. And now I'm in bed. If I could be in bed by like 7:45 every night, I would be. But I feel like the sun's still up and that's probably like pushing it a little bit. But now if something starts after 7, I either need like a full next day to recover or I just say no. Because, now with all this new crippling anxiety I have, I need to have time in my brain to, plan things out. I need to know hydration. I need to know snacks. I need to know where I sit. Where do we go in? Where do we park? I have to have time to consider all of these things in my brain tonight or tomorrow morning at, starting 2 a.m. when I'm up for my night shift. For most people, it's just dinner plans. For me, it's like, it's a full-on, like, commitment. The whole time we're out, I'm thinking about when can we leave? And not because I want to leave, but because I, peaked for the day at 4:30. And then there's the growth, or the supposed growth, or the growth that everybody tells you that you've done the work for. You have boundaries now because you're, in the prime of your life. I do. I just don't enforce them in real time, and that's the problem. In real time, I'm like, no worries. 3 days later in the shower, I'm going, oh my God, that actually really bothered me. Now I'm replaying it. Now I'm rewriting it. Now I'm delivering a perfect response to no one. Meanwhile, Tom's in the other room just living his life, and I'm upstairs resolving something from last Tuesday with improved communication with just myself. And poor Tom. He didn't sign up for this. He married a normal person. And now he lives with a woman who gets hot for no reason, forgets what she's doing, adds tone to punctuation, and revisits conversations after they've expired, like days later. But I will say this. There is one thing about middle age that's actually pretty amazing. You just stop caring. Altogether. You stop caring what people think. And it's not because you've evolved in some, higher version of yourself. It's because you're too tired to keep performing. Like, if you don't like me now, that feels like something that you're going to have to process on your own. Because I'm going to be over here sweating for no reason at 2 a.m. next to Tom, who's sleeping peacefully, acting like a man who has never once in his entire life read into the word, okay.